Only 3 more days are left here in the Eastern European DPC Division 2. We are slowly coming to an end of our journey here to find out which 2 teams are going to be going to Division 1, which 2 teams are going to be dropping down from the DPC and will have to go through open qualifiers, and of course who's going to be staying there in the middle. I'm Harry Freak, and today we are going to be watching 2 best of 3s. It is going to be HYDRA versus Rise Esports, and then we'll go into X3 versus PuckChamp after that one. The schedule isn't rolling just like it hasn't been for the Division 1 or for this season at the start of it. So if HYDRA and Rise Esports ended earlier, we will have a slight break before the last series of the day. But I would say that this series right now, HYDRA versus Rise, that is actually a big one. Even though Rise dropped the ball against PuckChamp, lost 2-0, in my mind, they were always the ones that could threaten HYDRA. And considering that HYDRA dropped the game to HF the last time around, these teams might not be as powerful as they were at the start of the season. Everyone is probably thinking, yo, how much could actually change in the in 2-3 weeks? Well, you're seeing how much HYDRA, they weren't losing a single game. They were crushing through teams, going through them smoothly, easily, and then they drop a game to a team that hasn't won a single game. With that being said, we do have a draft on our hands here between Rise and HYDRA, and a bit of a different start at that. An opening of a Centaur CM. I'm just gonna be looking through the last time these teams were playing, and I have to say that, I mean, CM Centaur, this kind of an opening, we haven't had it for quite some time. On the other hand, we are gonna have a Korean Batrider. We saw the CM Centaur, and then a Batrider was picked up. To be honest, I'm not seeing this as like a godly Batrider game from the first 2 picks, but you do get an early BKB. I guess that's the approach. They're going to be banning out the Queen of Pain. We've even seen Queens of Pains lose the lane against the Bat. So I don't even look at it as a counter any longer. At least not a big one as it used to be. Rise, they're going to be getting rid of the Drow.
10 seconds remaining.
No surprise there, and of course Lark is as one of the best heroes against the Batrider in general, laning stage wise, or even throughout the game. Though I have seen a game where a Slark was sent against the Bat in the mid lane, and he lost heavily when it comes to the laning phase. Of course, later on you can purge off the stacks, you can purge off the lasso, but overall it is not what it used to be. The sticky napalm dealing damage has actually changed so many matchups for the Bat. This guy used to be so weak from level 1 to 3, 1 to 4. Now he actually does have a lot of chances to last hit properly and keep himself in the game, giving him an edge over some of the earlier counters to him. Faces Void does come out. Any spamming hero hates playing against time dilation, so we're gonna be seeing that out of the picture. Also, guys, just to remind you, we have this and 2 more days left. We already said it there, but we are gonna have a 3-day series, 3 best of 3s on the 20th. So today, 1 day of break, and then 20th and 21st, there's gonna be so much Dota. The Ursa comes out. That is a great hero against both the Treant and the Bat. So we'll see how well that does. In the laning phase, Ursa can struggle against the Batrider, but as the game progresses, you do have a way to remove sticky napalms. You have the way to remove the overgrowth without a BKB, which already makes it such a good pick. And we have seen the Ursa be so dominant in the meta. Every single region, every single tournament, every DPC, Ursa looked good. So HYDRA, what's it gonna be? They're taking the time. It's the time to deal with the Sursa warrior, right? That's your main goal overall. And I'm not sure. What does HYDRA play in the past? They're gonna go for Enigma. Against the CM Ursa, that's not gonna be the easiest hero overall. And they pick up a Primal Beast. So this is either an offlane Primal Beast with the 4 Enigma or the other way around. Not so sure about this one. It is a weird one coming up from them. Have they played anything similar? The Ember will come out. People sometimes pick an Ember into a Bat, sometimes a Bat into an Ember. It is a player preference. Dodgeron should be the kind of player that should be able to play this matchup properly, for sure. So when it comes to catching the Ember, you actually don't have that much when you look at HYDRA. So I wouldn't want to beat them here. Rise Esports, their lineup to me looks stronger. Overall, HYDRA, they're going to be manning out the Silencer. No surprise there. You have an Enigma, you have a Bat. You have big team fight. You want to make sure that that the Silencer isn't there, of course, as it is a good counter to the Enigma. In my mind, Rise Esports, they're probably going to be going for like Techies, Hoodwink, or a Snapfire. Those three make a lot of sense overall. Snap probably the most, because the hero more often than not does buy a Lotus Orb, and Lotus Orbs are going to be a big deal here. So HYDRA, what do you want to ban? I would ban the Snap, just like that. You don't wanna play against it. On the side of Rise, something like a Monkey King comes to mind, though. Two melee heroes still. Either Monkey or a Sniper. Sniper would be solid for HYDRA, actually. When you have this much team fight, you want something that can stay in front and just attack. Okay, Skywrath Mage does get removed. I think this is the only region where I've seen a Skywrath Mage, and also only in Division 2. In Division 1, it wasn't played that much. Rise have played it with varying success. Not a biggest fan of it in a meta where Lotus Orb, 4 Staff, and the Guardian Greaves are the most popular items. So HYDRA, they do need a carry here. Terrorblade was banned out. Sniper is in the pool. Medusa I don't like. You're going to be lacking damage.
Templar Assassin.
The aim makes a lot of sense. This hero has been making a comeback. When it comes to it, only the Ember is very good at your refractions. Yeah, the CM is nice and all, but if the CM comes close, you're dead. I'm fine with that one. So the other side does need the support. I still think the Snap makes a lot of sense. Hoodwink wouldn't be bad either. So I'd go with those two. I don't think this is a necessarily a Techies game. But having another support that is going to be able to play with an Ember in the mid game is nice. Oh, it's actually going to be a Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman and the Skywrath Mage. I've only seen them here. Shadow Shaman has been quite nice from what I remember in the games that I've casted. I don't know if the ones Rob has casted. I have watched some of them. Have looked better. So yeah, 100%. 2 games played. I've casted both of those. So that's going to be quite nice. I do remember that at least one was played by Arrow. So I'm a fan. I'm a fan of what Rise Esports have. I think that HYDRA are going to be losing this game. I don't know if they're going to lose the series, but this is going to be the time where they lose game number 1 from my mind. Of course, they do have this lineup that has the potential to snowball. The first Roche, second Roche, you take that, you overtake the map, you win the game. But to me, a lot is banging on the mid lane, where Dodgeron, he picked an Ember into a Bat, so he must know what he's doing. If he doesn't make a mistake, if the Ember has a good game, and Arrow and Black Archangel can play around him, I'm seeing Rise Esports getting this one. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the Rise lineup. HYDRA, they look solid. Their lineup looks solid, but it is a snowbally type of lineup that relies way too much on Roche. On the other side, you have an Ursa. You sneak one Roche, and that's going to be a problem. But with that being said, we do have a game ready. Before that, we're going to have a word from our sponsors.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600. Cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
And the game does start here at the Eastern European DPC Division 2. It is gonna be Rise Esports versus HYDRA, game number 1, the first game of the day.
Это что за слова такие?
And there is a smoke from both sides, whereas HYDRA, they're going for planting some vision, and Rise Esports, they're going for a kill here. They're going to be finding Lefferton, and Lefferton is going to be more than fine. So it is going to be an offlane Enigma with the 4 Primal Beast. I haven't seen a 4 Primal Beast in quite some time. But we'll have to see how it actually works.
30 seconds to battle.
HYDRA. And they're sending some good lucks to the enemies. Shouldn't be doing that, because if they have good fortune, you have bad one. Arrow. Always playing weird heroes. And I like that. So looking at this one, okay, the odds they're favored heavily on the side of HYDRA. To be honest, I mean, they haven't lost a single series thus far. They've only lost a game to HF. I did watch the series, though. I didn't watch that first game. And they lost the first game, and then they got mad the next two and won them, like, in less than 30 minutes. So, not to be underestimated, these guys. And considering they do have a lineup that does have certain timings, this could be quite big there. We're gonna have our production there. We'll go onto the other camera. Top lane. Looking at it. Rise. They will try to do well here. Overall, Shadow Shaman has a lot of damage. So against the Treant Protector, you're actually quite nice where he doesn't have the armor. The problem is that you're not that tanky either. That's why you start with the boots and you try to never really get smacked down. Warwick versus Dodrin mid lane. Dodrin is a player who does have tier 1 experience playing with Bed Boom until he had those issues with his internet and then couldn't play. So he was at that point replaced by Larl, if you remember the Bed Boom, not the this iteration, but the one for TI. Dodrin was their initial mid laner. So he should be okay here for now. He's farming well. The Warwick has put a lane in such a position where Dodrin cannot get close. Now look at him, poor guy. He's being destroyed. A bit of a mistake there to get shot by the tower, but overall, Warwick is having a nice time. 13-1 charges. He doesn't want that refreshed, and it's gonna be okay. The strength of the Ember in this lane is that the Bat very rarely can dive you, and also Bat doesn't have the highest armor. So with the Sleight of Fist, you're always trying to harass him. Though for now, Dodrin hasn't been really able to do that. We'll see if it does change in the future. For now, Rise doing better in terms of CS across all lanes. Of course, this is only 2 minutes in, so we cannot make a verdict just yet. Black Archangel dropping low. Cloud much lower, and we'll be going down. Level 2 CM, the strongest hero on the map usually. Okay, Black Archangel, you don't want to be getting close to Lefferton. Though then again, Lefferton, you don't want to be getting close to an Ursa. So they'll get pushed back. That's going to be the first blood for Rise. They were already doing well in all lanes. Now they get themselves the first blood, and this is exactly what they need. You get a good laning phase, you delay the timings of HYDRA, and you're completely fine. HYDRA's lineup, if they're behind, they're gonna be severely lacking in damage. But if they're ahead, you're gonna be looking like your paper. So this is a very hard game to predict exactly how it's gonna go.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Dodrin, no bottle just yet. He went for wand. He went for the boot, so just wants to be able to lane this one. This is the proper way to do it. with all that being said, he's still kind of behind the Batrider in net worth, but that's completely fine. Warwick is doing his best to be as annoying as humanly possible. But so far, we've only seen 1 kill, so no surprises on the map here. It is Eastern Europe, it is Division 2. We know that the early game is always very, very slow, though. There was a game in Southeast Asia where we had a 20+ minute first blood, which was the longest time without the kill in Dota history. So I don't think there are going to be games like that, but that's just the thing. Southeast Asia and Eastern Europe, they have been so similar to each other with like a year or two apart. Leviton went forward. Dino will be going forward as well. He's going to be stopped by the Malefice a couple of times, and the Eidolons will do a certain amount of damage, making him hesitate about going forward. So the Primal Beast will be fine. Ursa, okay as well. This is pretty much the most of the action that we've gotten in the past couple of minutes. So that is quite annoying, because we want more blood, we want more death. But for now, we're going to have to be content with what we're getting. Dodgen, a little bit of trouble. He does have the Flame Guard level 2. It's hard to go through that one. Beautiful chains just in time. The question is, do you live? Because Warwick is coming forward. A few more of those. He might get the right-click kill as well. And yep, there it is. Arrow does come forward. He does get the shackles off. You're going to be tied for a very long time. He's not moving. Warwick, man, he's going to be very annoyed by that one, but in the end, he does die. Iru on the top lane is going to be taking a certain amount of damage, but not enough to die. And the rotation from Rise Esports supports, well, I can't really say successful, but at least they get the return kill. Two to 1 in terms of kills. This mid lane is probably going to be the focus of attention between both teams. You don't want to die again as an Ember. Top lane, Iru dropping low this time around is again going to be fine, having that triple ring build. Really does keep you alive. It's important for Rise Esports supports to be high in levels, so that death on the bat, we'll see how much that actually impacts it. Hopefully we get that recap out of the way, and there it is. Gonna be seeing Black Archangel showing off here. Ursa on the bottom lane. A ring of health and 3 mangoes, so that's 12 HP per second. Yeah, you're not going through that as an Enigma. Maybe when you get the black hole, we'll see if that does change.
My prayers are answered.
Dodgen, he knows. Warwick is saving a skill point, and there is no level 6 on this Ember. He has to be very, very careful. Leviton is a bit too deep, and it's gonna be dangerous. Black Archangel, yeah, you're very much dead here. The thing is Warwick going a bit too deep? They're gonna get the kill, and he has been caught. This is a dead bat. This is really big, actually. He cannot get the ulti off. He cannot get anything off, and look at all the creeps that Dodgen is gonna be having full access to. Without the BKB, the bat is just susceptible and to dying, and these two supports are great at it. Iru, again, just being pushed back. He's taking the beating because they're helping their mid laner, but it doesn't matter really. The Ursa, the Ember, they're doing fine, and that is important. If you have high level in supports and good farm on these two, you're fine. Rise Esports, they don't really care about the Centaur. Yeah, he's your initiation tool, but also an Ember can be as well. Arrow. So be careful. Good thing that he can turn Kami into a little chicken. And we know the chickens aren't going to be moving forward all that much. HYDRA still holding a slight goldie, not as big of a deal. Warwick wanted to go for the ulti there, Dodgen. He does have 2 more remnants, so it's not easy to kill. He does have the chains. Gonna be getting himself out. No, he made a mistake. He's dying, actually. Oh, Dodgen has the sticks, and he'll be fine. With the rotation of Dino, that's gonna be the Bat Rider getting low. He tries to save Lefferton for now. Is gonna be successful, but for how long? Actually, Unchained yet again. This is being played beautifully by Dodgen. He's baiting them until the last possible second and surviving through it there with the wands. Black Archangel is looking very much dead, and it doesn't really matter. They're gonna leave their CM every single time to that one. The problem with the Ursa now is that he cannot really stay in the lane. You're gonna get a Hex onto the TA. A lot of damage is being done. He's not moving out of this one. They actually just overlap all of their spells. But he would have been tied in that shackles for a very, very long time. Anyways, 3 points in it. I very rarely see this. Usually we see 2 points in shackles. But Arrow, he's really putting the emphasis on to controlling a isolated target. And to be honest, I like it. Hydra, when you look at their heroes, they don't really play together all that much. Dodgen taking some damage, 3 points of sticky napalm. He's dropping low, but he'll be fine. He does have 6 1 charges and has a Remnant TP back, so he'll be completely fine. Lefferton trying again to find some angle here, but overall both of the supports of Rise are here, and they're ready to defend their mid laner. Finally, Hydra, they do have level 6 on the TA. This is the thing, Hydra, they want to play separated. For a very long time, that is. Until like 16, 17 minutes. Dodgen, smoke will break. It is gonna be Lefferton caught. He's gonna be frozen as well. Fairly soon. So his life will be taken for sure. There's no way you're getting out of this one. Actually, Onslaught gets himself to the high ground. He's surviving for a little bit longer here. Black Archangel, he's gonna try to get a kill. Nah, it's gonna be the Sleight of Fist or the Remnant that does finish him off. So Dodgen does secure that one for himself. Top lane, Warwick is gonna go for the Firefly there. He's gonna be trapped for a very long time. The Hex does go through as well, so he's not gonna be able to get another round of stacks there, but Arrow should still be going down. He's trying to get away, not gonna be happening. Warwick though has been caught here by Dodger, and they're gonna be turning around onto the tree, so that should be happy dead. Very low chances of surviving that one. Crystal Maiden dropping low. That should be a double kill for Warwick. They're gonna be smashing Dodger into the ground, but he still has the mana to fight. Sleight of Fist in 2 seconds. You have to be very, very careful. It's gonna be a lot of damage done there with the flame break, so Ember does need to be careful, but Dodger gets himself away, and here comes Dino. Look at the Mad Bear. And Hydra, they're not gonna be doing it. They're gonna be too scared. They get themselves out. Hydra, they poke, they lose some heroes, they take some heroes, then they get out. But the big thing is that Cloud, it will be left on the bottom lane to claim the tower, and this is important for an Enigma. Control of the bottom part of the map.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
For Hydra, currently, it is resource management. Take away the most you can from your opponents, and take as much as you can for yourself. That is what you're gunning for, if you are Hydra. And for now, they're doing a good job at it. The TA is starting to ramp up the farm. TA and the Ursa. TA definitely farms faster until the Ursa gets the Battle Fury. Then they're close to each other in terms of farming. Farming speed, that is. Warwick deeping to the top lane. They want to defend the top tower for as long as possible. Iru has been slowed down. He's going to have a stampede in 2 seconds. Arrow, well, he's probably not getting out of this one. Scratch that with a nice hoof stomp. It should be enough. No, way too slow of a hero. Another soul will come through. Lefferton, he's going for more, but he's going to put himself in a very uncomfortable position. He'll smash the Ember into the ground, but Dodgen seems completely fine. But the question is, can you really finish off Lefferton? Yes, you can. Remnant in, Remnant out. He does get the kill, but it does cost him 2 of the support. So Hydra are going to be more happy with the outcome. As Dino is just gonna have to stay on the bottom lane here to not allow any damage to go through on his tier 2. But it is not a perfect base for him to be. He is gonna have a really good timing on the Battle Fury. And looking at his net worth, I mean, there's no surprise that one. Phase boots, Battle Fury, 12.5 minutes into the game. That is a perfect timing, to be honest. But you need to get this Enigma out of the way. It's pretty much the same when you play against the Enigma, when you play against the Beastmaster, Lycan. You want them out of that one. Cloud, he He knows that something is up. They're coming for him. He does have the mech. This is not an easy hero to kill, but with Arrow coming forward and dropping the Serpent Wars, that should be a kill for sure. He didn't get the mech off, and he will not. At least they're gonna get the Arrow kill, but the damage has been done here. And Enigma has fallen, and he has lost the possession of the top lane. HYDRA, they're gonna try to claim it while their Enigma is dead. So as soon as he comes back to the world of the living, that he can overtake that area once again. And this is very important. That's why we see Rise coming together here. They want to make sure that they control this area so that if the Enigma is farming, sure, but at least he cannot stay there for a long time when people are missing. There are different ways in Dota to control the map. Sometimes all you need is just to go into the dark, right? You get into the fog of war, and your enemies, they don't have the info necessary, and they know that you might have an info on them. So I have to move away. So we'll see if HYDRA does invest a ton of sentries to the bottom lane, or if they just get out. Sometimes you don't do it. You don't invest a ton of sentries, even though you do want to control the area, because your heroes are not going to be staying there. Not a lot of your heroes, and then it's not ideal. The Enigma does get the Guardian Greed right now. Ursa does get a Battle Fury done. I like that Iru on his Centaur, as soon as the TA was away from the top lane, you start pushing forward, what you want to do. But TA does come back top, and then you have to take it easy. The smoke is coming. Iru is in a really uncomfortable position on the top lane, so I don't know if he even gets the Stampede off. He does. It's not going to be saving his life, so actually that's a really big win for HYDRA. If the Stampede wasn't used, then, you know, 4-man rotation, not that big of a deal. Here it is actually quite huge, considering that you can't really push the tower.
Radiant's top tower
Rise.
is under attack.
Rise, they cannot allow the game to slow down. This is the type of lineup that they have. You have a Shadow Shaman, you have a Crystal Maiden. If you're not constantly running at your opponents, if these supports are not killing, they're gonna be in a lot of trouble. This is how they get ahead. Sure, Arrow is very, very far ahead in terms of supports, but you need more. You need more kills on these, especially with the way that they participate in some of the kills early. The CM should be higher level at this point. So I think Rise Esports are too happy with how the game is going currently. Happy, top lane. He is keeping himself away. He does have some good vision there. They don't know exactly where it is, so might not be the easiest one to de-ward, but Happy is keeping himself safe and keeping this tower up. As long as this tower is up, the Battle Fury from the Ursa is not going to have too much of an effect. He is going to be getting the farm, but the rest of Rise are not. And we're seeing 4 times odds here in favor of HYDRA from our sponsor ZGB.
Dire's top tower
And
is under
showing
attack.
us how this game isn't going
Dire's
well for
structures are
Rise.
fortified.
TP's to the mid lane. You do want to fight. You want to defend that tower. This is a siege creep coming, as well as the Guardian Greaves. It's not going to be easy to kill, but also
Radiant's middle
to fight.
tower
But
is
also
under
the
attack.
that's going to be a nice usage there of the demonic conversions. They do kill the Eidolons, and the Glyph will be keeping their tower alive from the siege creep, but from the TA, that's going to be a little bit tougher. A couple of hits, and that's going to be a tower down. Kami does secure it. Wanted the onslaught, they decide not to. Centaur gets the blink. He understands. Guys, I cannot go with more tankiness in this game. A lot of my farm is being taken by the Ursa. We need to fight. We need to play. I'm really not liking how this is going for Rise. Also, regarding the Dodron had an okay time in the mid lane. They definitely could have applied more pressure. They could have went for more kills. They could have fought more in the bottom lane, top lane, doesn't matter. But they allowed the game to slow down, and now there's a death zone to TA. Okay, they're gonna be going for the road. They're not gonna allow that Deso TA to come in handy. They don't have a mid lane tower, so that could be a little bit dangerous going for. But look at Dodron's positioning. He is scouting everything and very hard to bring down unless they use the black hole. Enigma not here. Roach should be going down. First Roach not that important for either the Ursa or the TA, but it is always nice taking that away from your enemy. And with that one, Dino will be able to play a bit more aggressively on the map. I wouldn't overdo it if I was him. Rise. With the Aegis on them, they're reclaiming the bottom lane, but they are under enemy vision. It seems like HYDRA don't care. They're just fine with continuing to farm. Now you have a Blink Dagger on Iru. The thing is, you do not have a mid lane tower open, so it's not that easy to find openings. They will be finding one, however, here on the Primal Beast, and that's gonna be a dead Primal Beast with the Blink Dagger of Dino as well, making sure that it's an easy one for Ryze. Dodrin. He's moving towards the TA. He's going for Kami. He wants him dead. They're gonna use the Stampede. Everybody's coming to kill him. He will try to hide himself in the shadows, coming with a black hole. It's a little bit too late. It will come out, catching the two of them. They don't get the Hex onto the Enigma, so this should be the Aegis down. The Rage is still there on the Ursa. This is not gonna be an easy one. They're gonna be turning around onto Iru, using the ulti from Happy, but that's not gonna be stopping Dino, who's a mad, enraged bear. He's getting the deep wounds there on left, and then will finally get the kill. Iru does lose his life, so it's not that big of a deal for HYDRA, to be honest. They lose a core and a support, and then they claim the same as well, getting the Aegis down too. So that advantage of the Aegis is no longer there. Overall, it was a buyback from the Primal Beast, so yeah, it is 3 for 2. So you could say that Ryze are somewhat happier with the exchange. Still no towers, but the Ursa is a beast. He's approaching the BKB rapidly. Mithril Hammer is already there, increasing his damage further. You don't want to get on this guy's bad side. Cloud going for a BKB next. He wants the shard as well. So a little bit in the utility, then straight into a Blink BKB. And when we look at Ryze, they have nothing to cancel it. This is a problem. This is a huge problem when it comes to it. He might even have that BKB before the next Roach fight. Jump in onto the TA. You want to kill him yet again. Ursa has been caught. He didn't get the enrage off, and he's gonna be lassoed. Dino, no, he wasn't the one that was lassoed. This is a problem, but they're still gonna be able to bring him down with the BKB on the Batrider. But they did lose a TA, and your BKB is done, which means you're done as well with the Stampede. They're gonna be trampling over him, and now they want more. Leviathan is gonna be getting himself onto the high ground, but he has been shackled, so let's see how far he can actually go. He does get himself out, but HYDRA, they lose so much there. What a mistake coming out from the Batrider. If he connected onto the Ursa there, that would have been so much different, but it wasn't. And the mid lane tower now will fall. Ryze Esports, they take the game back. Black Archangel, we're seeing that he's very happy there, and he should be. They're doing very well for themselves here on Ryze in the past couple of minutes. Last two fights, they're going to be very happy with those. And now, mid lane tower open. HYDRA, they cannot hide that longer, and the TA dying twice in a row slows her down significantly. You get your death, so you should be the stronger ones. That is why the Roche, even the first one, is sometimes so important to the TA. Some stacks coming through. The A's farming, but the Ursa is farming better. You know, BKB almost done. Less than 1,000 gold needed with this ancient stack. It's gonna be very, very close. Ember wants an axe. He has a BKB already. Big items coming for Ryze. HYDRA, we'll see how ready you are for those. The game now seems even. Though Ryze, they're probably a little bit happier with how things have went in the past few minutes. Considering that the early game control of HYDRA was quite nice, they just got baited into those fights in the mid lane. The BKBs, you know, he could have decided to go for a... sorry, the Blink Daggers. He could have decided to go for the BKB as a second item. Wouldn't have worked out this well for sure. Treant has been caught, he has been dusted, and he will be brought down. They have the shackles to keep him in place for a very long time, and dodging. He's going to be very lucky there with the procs. Now those would have been nice. Batrider, 8 seconds on the BKB. Have to use it here to live. They're thinking about it. He's in a good position. You see how he's keeping himself on the far side of the tower. Okay, now he's a bit deep. So it is just going to be farming now for Ryze. BKB done in there, so that's 2 9-second BKBs on Ryze. HYDRA, they're still waiting on the Enigma one, and the TA will be needing one as well, though. The TA will be needing a Hurricane Pike as well, so we'll see how fast he can get towards that one. BKB is going to be the first one on the menu, so 2 BKBs will be coming out for HYDRA too. 12. Oh, looking at those nice stats. The production has really been delivering for the Eastern European DPC. Hopefully it does get even better in the following seasons.
Tower is under attack.
Smoke from Rise. Where are they going? Where do they want to strike? That's going to be 5 heroes in a smoke. The lanes are in a good position. Top and the mid lane. Bottom, no one is showing. So that could be a red flag now for HYDRA. And it is. They're keeping themselves safe. Their triangle is going to be overtaken, but scanned immediately. They know. They know you're here. There's going to be some tips flying around. Black Archangel. Yeah, nice plan, bro. Rise, they don't get anything out of it. Enigma has been brought back as well. No BKB just yet. First chains, left it and caught. They really want to dive the beast. He's not an easy one to bring down. He is a support, but he's going for a BKB first. It's gonna take some time to be completed. So, Black Archangel, he's gonna be going for a 4-staff. No surprise there. Batrider wants the Octarine core. You've seen this build so many times. Sometimes we see a shard and a witchblade, but very rarely. And they're gonna go for a smoke. It was under vision, it seems like. Not 100% certain that was seen, but I think it was. Right, Esports, they're preparing. They know. Come to us. Ursa hungers. Let's see if HYDRA are gonna be going super deep in. Black Archangel preparing vision. He actually doesn't put a ward down. There's gonna be a trap set from HYDRA. But they don't find anyone. Rise, they're waiting on the high ground. Come on. Come to us if you dare. From the hill, Lefferton going forward. Oh, he's gonna be surprised. What is this? 5 heroes. The Black Archangel, he lets it go. That's gonna be a lot of cold weather. They found the Enigma. No black hole for you. Actually, there is gonna be a black hole if he can get it off. But now he's gonna be back to the black hole. Comes out, the damage is being done. He will die mid-usage there. Kami standing his ground, not for long. They don't have a BKB. You don't have your life. Rise Esports. They're overwhelming this fight. They already killed 2 cores and Warwick is left alone. He wants to get away. He's not going anywhere. They don't even need the lockdown. Happy he's gonna be getting himself out. He's the lone survivor of HYDRA, who have paid the price in that fight because of a beautiful ward for Rise Esports. You tipped Black Archangel, but his smoke, it did put that ward down, and that is what was your demise. They were ready for HYDRA. They were waiting for them, and they will get the victory in that fight. Enigma not having a BKB, not preventing the constant output of damage there was a big problem. I really like that the Shadow Shaman is focusing on the Enigma. Like, giving his life away to make sure that the Enigma is low. Or dies. Dies or is low. Either way. Because that is the big teamfight victory for HYDRA. That is the thing that you have nothing to deal with. Some people are gonna say, what about a Basher and an Ember? And then you hope for a Sleight of Fist. Yep. If you're gonna put 25% chances of that one, that a professional player will never buy it. Of course, it's not something you go for, and that is quite unfortunate for Rise. It is gonna be a long Roche respawn, and the black hole will be back up. HYDRA could have that one. Now we're seeing Dino and Kami. We're seeing that Kami there, he was doing well 15 minutes into the game. A little bit better than Dino, but not any longer. HYDRA coming over. They don't know that Roche isn't up. The Stampede will get used. A couple of bashes. They do have the overgrowth immediately. Dersa gets mad, and it's gonna be Kami dead yet again. They're buying some time now for the Roche to spawn there and winning fights. Iru will be surviving. The trap damage should not be enough there. Cloud is gonna be next. He uses his 9-second BKB for nothing. They will be bringing down Iru there with the flame break. Actually, it was Kami's trap in the end that got the kill. So even post-mortem, the assassin knows how to do her job. BKB of the Enigma, it is not gonna be up for the Roche. They need to go for a gem. We are seeing big problems for HYDRA. They just don't see everything on the map, and Rise Esports destroyed them with vision in the last couple of minutes. Even with 2 good wards there, they're the ones that get found out. A nice ward in the river. The second they saw Kami, no hesitation, jump, kill. Hurricane Pike, very much needed on the TA. Cannot play against Dirsa without it. Even with all of the refraction charges, you just have ways to go through those. The chains, flame guard, the frostbite, all those things are quite nice. Now there are going to be a couple of force deaths on Rise. The gold lead isn't that high, but when you look at the difference between the Ursa and everyone else, it is a big problem. Yes, the Centaur is struggling, but who the hell cares about the Centaur? He does his job, jumps in, stuns, uses the ulti, and then dies. And then just creates beautiful situations here for Rise. Roche is up. Time to go. They're waiting for their Ursa. We need you here. And he's coming over, farms the camp. Uses the overpower and he's coming in. Aghanims on the Ember as well. Everything is coming into play here for Rise. Gold lead, still not that high, but we already went through it. Black Hole is at the ready. HYDRA, if you're gonna go, you need to go now. The Roche is gonna be dropping low fairly soon. A couple of more hits. Ember gonna be sending in his Remnant there, breaking the smoke immediately. HYDRA, they're not under the guise of it any longer. Cannot get close to the ward there. Yeah, Bat would like to. Just not that easy. It's gonna be a trap in the pit.
Radiant's bottom tower
Rise,
is
they're
under
going for a
attack.
smoke. They're going into enemy territory. They're
Radiant
going into
are
a
scanning.
BKB black hole. You need to be very careful about this one. Enigma is getting the shard delivered as well. Rise, they need a good initiation. They need to find the Enigma. They found the opening. BKB from Dodrin. He's a little bit too deep already. Overgrowth could connect on him. Happy's hiding himself. You're not hiding way too good, my friend. They're pulling the Ember in. He's gonna get silenced up, trying to finish him up. And Dodrin, he's gone. He doesn't have a buyback. Black Archangel is gonna be next. Rise, you've gone way too deep. Kami falls the BKB. That was a bait. Happy is still alive. 3 heroes dead. And the Roche will be ours. He does get a Hex off before he dies. Rise, they cannot use it. They can't do anything about it, and that's gonna be a big fight for HYDRA that secures them. The second Roche that secures that they're back into this game. Ursa is still topping the network shard, but against the black hole, he knows how easily his lead could be taken away. TA already has the shard, if I saw correctly. Actually, wasn't the case. I thought I saw some silences fly through there. Anyways, the stalemate has been broken. The Ursa being ways ahead of the TA. It has been taken care of. The TA now is very close to the Ursa,
Dire's
ready
bottom tower
to apply
is under
pressure.
attack.
Usually it is the second Aegis for an
Radiant's top
Ursa
tower
and a
is under
TA.
attack.
That is where you're at your strongest. You don't really end the game at this point. Sometimes you do. But basically what you do is that you get the lead so big that your enemies can't come back. For an Ursa, of course, impossible. He doesn't have the Aegis. For
Radiant's
a
top tower is under
for a
attack.
TA, we'll see if she can do just that. Ward was placed there on the hill, and HYDRA, they know about it because of the traps. Look at those traps, seeing everything. One of them will get taken down way too close to the tower. The pings are coming out. HYDRA, they're thinking about fighting. They have the Aegis, they have the black hole. 3 buybacks on the side of Rise. So next to the tower, they can definitely go for a fight. They're not letting this one go without a fight. And HYDRA, they have to be very careful. They can't do it. Going slowly there. Gonna try farming a bit. The Hex onto the TA plus the stun. They're trying to do something, but it is gonna be a Shadow Shaman caught. A Shadow Shaman dead. Dino will try to equalize this fight right now. Both will be smacked into the ground. And Leviton, he actually survives through all of this. Iru is coming to kill him. He can't do anything through the BKB. He's trying to run away, but he will be slowed. He will be silenced. He's going for a TP away, and he will not be successful. Malefice is there to make sure you don't go anywhere. On one more hit from Kami gets the kill. HYDRA, they've overtaken this game in full force. Rise are helpless at the moment. This is the thing. You got to a point where your supports can't do all that much, where the BKBs are gonna come in handy, or you're not always gonna be getting the better initiation. And that's the thing. You needed the lead early on. You didn't use your supports properly. Tower, top lane, already half HP. And HYDRA, they could continue, but they don't want to. They forced Rise Esports back, and now it's time to control the entirety of the map. This gem being bought by HYDRA, it's just changed the game so much. Because Rise, they don't anymore have the better vision. Oh, look at the TA with an Aegis in hand. Doesn't even care about the Hurricane Pike. I thought that might come to bite Kami, but nope. For now, it's completely fine. Does have the Mindbreaker, so the silences from the TA, from the traps, and from the hits are gonna be coming out. That is a big deal for sure. Sometimes with an Ursa, I think I'm gonna pop my ulti right now and then get silenced up. You might need to pop your BKB first. Leviton, pushing out the mid lane. Quite nice. HYDRA, if they win this series, they are guaranteed to go to Division 1. There is no more any chances of them not going forward if they win this series. They have one against PuckChamp as well. Arrow, well, he has been an annoying guy for the majority of this game, not any longer. Now he's just food. Him and CM haven't been doing too well the past couple of minutes. The CM is gonna be next for sure. Was right under enemy vision. We know where you're running to, and Black Archangel is gonna be found. Kami will try to hit him from the high ground. Not gonna be successful doing so. He's not getting himself away, but he is buying some time. Black Archangel here being very, very annoying. Leviathan is coming for you. Yep, just freeze the beast and get away. Leviathan coming in. Finally, he has found him again. He's gonna be frozen again. And this epic battle is gonna be continuing. Crystal Maiden very good at kiting. Leviathan is not losing any HP. Haha, you cannot catch me. Is he really gonna live through this? In a couple of mana, he's gonna have the onslaught yet again. And Black Archangel, there is a trap there. That should be enough to do the damage, to kill him. Dodger, and meanwhile, dying on the other part of the map as we're watching something different. He had the ulti only onto the Ursa because he's the only important one, the only one left. Your BKB, your jump will not protect him. Black Archangel, he's alive. He survives through all of it. The wolf is licking its wounds, but Black Archangel, he is not happy about what just happened. No one cares about his life, and actually, he's being hunted again. 20 seconds until his TP is there. We don't care about you. We know that you are there. And we're gonna let you live as your cores and your base falls. HYDRA, they're looking very dominant in this one. There is a buyback on the Ursa, there is a buyback on the Centaur, but you buy back now and the gold lead might just be insurmountable.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
Aegis does expire.
Radiant's top
No, you cannot fight. You cannot fight if you Rise Esports. But what happens? What if you lose 2 lanes of Rax? In 15 seconds, there's gonna be an Ember with him being up. Maybe you can do something. Crystal Maiden will try to slow them down there. Just the attack speed being slower. It is quite nice. HYDRA, they don't want to stay here for long. Finally has found the CM. He hates Black Archangel, who is again going to be surviving. Iru, you get a little bit too deep. You're not as tanky as you thought. Jump in, and a couple of hits from Kami. Goodbye. Finally, you will die. This is how you do it. My teammates, they might not be able to kill you, but I can. With so much farm now on the TA, you're just so hard. It's so hard to fight them. They don't want to be buybacking on the Ursa, but if you don't, you might have just lost your axe. He's gonna pop the BKB, kill the CM yet again. Give me your life, give me your gold, give me game number 1, and probably with that Division 1 as well. They're going for their axes, they will be dropping down. Ember dropping down low, he has been caught with the roots. Ursa gonna be going for a BKB for the enrage. He's doing some damage, now turning around to the TA as well, but he does have the refractions. Kami's out, turns around onto Iru, who just bought back and is immediately going to be sent to the grave. And the Ursa, Dinosauric turns around to fight. He is trying to scare his opponents. Nobody is afraid of him now. And it is going to be a victory for HYDRA after 35 minutes of gameplay.
dire victory.
Black Archangel there. Finger biting, nail biting. It was looking good for them. They're discussing something right now. On the side of HYDRA, they're not too happy. Routine game for us. We showed them how it's done. They were looking in trouble at some point in the game, but the gem comes out, they deal with division, they're not being caught any longer, their BKBs are out, and that is it. You play a timing-based lineup, the enemies, they play a snowball type lineup, they don't snowball, even if they're ahead. Once you get your timings, it's gonna be dangerous territory, and HYDRA, they will get the victory. Rise, they're gonna have to look at this one and think, can we play this a bit faster? The thing is that Rise, they had a bad start to the DPC. Then they looked really good in the second part of week 1 and week 2. But then at the later end of week 2, they started dropping the ball. They started not playing as fast, as good. And we're seeing that they're just an easy grab for HYDRA. If HYDRA wins this 2-0, if they win it 2-1, if they win this series, they're going through to Division 1. So they might just start celebrating too early. And that could be a problem, guys. But with that being said, we are going to be sending it to a short break and coming back very soon with game number 2.